If you're considering a move to Thailand, you may want to know how easy it is to find and settle into a new place. I just went through a condo search and move-in here in Hua Hin, and I'll show you the exact process and what to expect. My initial stay in Hua Hin began with a 30-day Airbnb at a condo off the main drag, Ban Ku Kiang. Like many condos in Thailand, a property management group handled it for the owner. I ended up extending my stay, securing a 6-month lease directly through them. This was during high season, and options, even for longer leases, were limited. Deciding to stay longer in Hua Hin after that lease ended, and wanting a change, I moved from Ban Ku Kiang to My Style 102. My Style 102 is a newer Hua Hin condo, located further from the beach. A quick tip: be aware that newer condos in Thailand often have smaller units and less soundproofing. However, my style seemed quiet during my viewing, so I decided to give it a go. How did I find this new place? I went through the usual channels: Facebook Marketplace and popular rental sites like Fazwaz and Property Scout. I found that the Facebook Marketplace listings are the most up-to-date with availability status. Fazwaz never responded to my contact request, most likely because the properties I was inquiring about are no longer available. Property Scout has a dedicated agent who responded to my property query with a list of other similar units that are available. They were helpful, but were slower at responding to my messages than the Facebook Marketplace contact I ended up renting from. In this clip, I searched for properties for rent on Facebook Marketplace. I set the radius at 5 kilometers and the monthly price range from 10,000 to 25,000 Thai baht. That is 300 to 750 US dollars. The unit I selected to view has the same seller I ended up working with, Jasmine Molly. As you will see in the seller details, there are many positive reviews and many similar properties available. This is where the human element comes into play. The seller, Jasmine, was very responsive to my messages, and they quickly set up viewings for me with their fluent English-speaking assistant, which made the process easier. Good communication and a reliable contact were vital for building my trust and confidence in choosing to rent through them. Moving logistics were straightforward. Over 8 months, I had accumulated a few extra things, but not that much. I just booked a grab. Arriving at the new place, there's that moment of walking into an empty space full of potential. But then, the reality check begins. You start to notice details not so obvious during a quick viewing. The unfamiliarity of a new country can make moving as an expat feel risky. During my first 18 months abroad, I was hopping from Airbnb to Airbnb every month, and even hopping countries every month or two. So this was my 17th move since I've been abroad. You never know what you're in for until you've stayed at least a night or two, and any undesired surprise is amplified when you've committed to a 6-month lease. Site for anyone moving into a furnished condo. It is not like an Airbnb where everything is provided. You realize that while furnished, many small but essential items can be missing. Things like hand towels, a bath mat, ambient lighting, or even a laundry rack. These are all immediate purchases, adding to your initial setup costs. I just spent close to 1,000 baht on a cotton flat sheet, hand towels, and a shower mat. Then this afternoon, the The friendly cleaning lady stopped by to deliver a package of laundered items, including a flat sheet, hand towels, other towels, a shower mat, and even a spare duvet. Details like this can be overlooked by the owner, and how was I to know these items were coming? It is a reminder that sometimes what you think you need to buy might be provided later. If only I had asked. Speaking of cost, this place is 15,500 Thai baht or $470 per month. And my last place was 14,000 Thai baht or $425 per month, which is an extra $45 per month. At this point, I plan to move to Samui or Krabi after this lease ends. With more perspective, I would have to say it would have been wiser to move now to focus on finding a place to call home for some years, since moving and repurchasing items can become costly. It would be ideal to try a place for a while before committing to a long-term lease, but that is easier said than done. At least you should view the place in person before committing to a lease. Inspect everything carefully. Don't assume furnished means fully equipped with all the daily essentials. Second, check Google reviews for the condos you are considering. You'll need to read between the lines. 5-star rating might still have reviewers mentioning noisy neighbors due to poor soundproofing. And as I hinted at earlier, research the property agent you're working with. They will be your main point of contact during your stay, including check-in, check-out, payments, and even maintenance requests. Remember, you can review property management agencies on Facebook or Google, but not the owner. Overall, I am happy with my new place. My neighbors have been quiet so far, which is a huge plus for me. Even the best laid plans can have their quirks, so being adaptable goes a long way. I am getting settled until I move again in 6 months. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to stay in the loop, and please share your comments below. I also want to thank all those who have subscribed. You guys are the trendsetters. Be real.